What have we here? Hello. Yeah, things opened up in schedule, so I have a free Sunday, and that's good because then we can do stuff again because it's looking. The Wednesdays are very difficult because of life and everything, and just practical planning, and so suddenly Sunday was free again, and this afternoon while watching AEW Rampage pay-per-view and extended thing together with some people in Helsinki. So well, okay, let's put a show together, and this is the result. So what are we gonna do today? Is Commodore 64 Onefilers, or Onefiler is a single file with multiple. I should not push against this thing here. I see. Let's move it share bit with multiple parts in it, and press space to continue to do the next one, or some other things left and right. So that's what we're gonna do from the late 80s. And thanks to CSDB, there's a pretty good search function, and you can find out which are good and which aren't, and then you come up to a list of about 35 things to check out, of which 18 remain. We have removed all the porn, so that was 10 of them gone. And then some other ones which are just a few things from the same groups which are very similar, so those are gone as well. So hi, welcome. If you're joining us and you have no idea what this is and this popped up in your stream, this is Chips and Bricks. I am the Arrogant Bastard, and what we do here is streaming Commodore 64 Amiga demo scene stuff from today up to, well, the 80s basically, when things on C64 came out first. Everything is running from actual real hardware, so what we have next to us is Commodore 64 in the latest FPGA integration, because that's just more stable. It is running the latest firmware, so the color is actual. The is not a real SID yet, for the record. Working on that, but I don't know when. Maybe somewhere over the Christmas vacation, but then there are demo parties coming, if we can still go, so who knows. So yes, what do we have? I'm here, main camera, and then is a Commodore 64 that is booting up. Well, booting up. It is booted up. You just switch it on and it works. There is no boot thing that you need to do anyway. So there. In the meantime, let's see who has arrived. Mr. T, Proton, hello. I think we're gonna have some stuff from you here in as well. Hagar, Morafanik Tolle, goedenavond iedereen. Linus in the fitness center, Remdi, hello there. Let's get started. And unmute the Commodore 64, which is now done. 18 things, 18 productions, all one-filers, some space pressers, some one-parters, some classics, I hope some new things that everybody can discover or rediscover, or say, hey, I have completely forgotten about that one. And that's it. And if you're in the chat lurking, just say hello. It is good for the statistics and everything else, and for the artificial intelligence of the internet to put us a bit higher into the listing by gravity. Thank you for the follow, by the way. Good to see that function still works. It's been well, last stream was a month ago exactly, when we did the things from Deadline, which was Amiga 64. Anyway, I was gonna start the first thing. The control system is up and running, and the first entry is by the Masters Design Group, a thing called Bring Me Edelgas. Don't think it's related to Bring Me Edelweiss. It doesn't sound like it, but hey, who knows. This is from 1989. Most of the entries today will be from 88, some 87, some 89, but majority is 88. Didn't look for the year, just say, okay, late 80s, give me a high CSDB score, and then see what does not involve giant penises. And this is one of them. The Masters Design Group, Bring Me Edelgas, first demo one-filer of the show, all Commodore 64 today. Welcome, I shall stop blabbering now, and let's talk more later. Let's run this. says to control with the joystick. Here we are. The interactivity is, oh, yeah, you can go up and down. Not left and right, but you can go up and down. We go uppity, and we go down. Oh, buy from Ollie. Well, it can be bigger Ollie. Yeah, thank you, Ollie. Let's scroll there. Let's see. Oh, this is it. So you then scroll, and now we go down again. Okay, that's cool. It's all going too fast. Okay, yeah, whatever. Cool. Yeah, good place to start, and as mentioned, good music. Yes, so late 80s, lots of music was produced also from games. There was going to be a ton of Jeroen Tel and Charles Dayton in this episode because of many Onefilers are people love it because of the music, and then good music always pops up. So that's going to be a thing. Anyway, this was Bring Me Edelgas by the Masters Design Group, somewhere from Cologne. Looking at the addresses here: Hackenburger 6, Germany 5, Köln 5-1. That's an extremely old zip code. It's 35 years old. Anyway, no phone numbers here, else we could randomly call them. Felice, Monster joysticks. No, seriously, the arcade. Period. And these one I got in a package somewhere. The one I originally had was the black one with the extra button on top that I never used. But this is what I'm doing. Speaking of Amiga Bill, he's traveling today, so no show. We're still looking to get me and Truck on there sooner or later, whatever. What his filming projects in Texas needs to be done. So good. Let's move on, shall we? Because we have close to 20 things to walk through today, and then maybe some extras. Oh, it's a D64, so let's reset and get it in there. A single file Freezer by Upfront, released in 1988. Thing that will also come back today is lots of roster bars and splits and border sprites, which is cool because I like those. This is a small one by Upfront, just one part, one screen. Is it an intro or is it a single demo? The classification on CSGB is kind of hazy in this matter, but this is a one file demo. It is one part and it's too large to be an intro, so therefore that's it. What you go. So let's see. Oh, by the way, Ox777, I guess Swifon, Anonym, thanks for dropping by. Miss Flame, Yop, yes, playing with my joystick. I will be playing with the joystick later today. There's one later on where you can change some settings with all the sprites on screen. Yes, I have a joystick nearby now, so just plugging it in. This is Freezer by Upfront, little small thingy. And yeah, let's just move on. Back to 89, a two-parter by Beyond Force, Charlatan, pronunciation is optional. I would write in Finnish, but I'm not going to. And, I should stop now while I'm ahead. Good. Say goodbye to Upfront. Little one-screener, nice technical demo. Will be more of big raster bustings later anyway. So let's move on. We're warming up. Welcome everybody to the show. Sit down, have a drink, have a beer. Today's drink is this extremely strange Dr. Pepper cream and soda zero sugar that I ordered somewhere because I have to get a full, have to get to a minimum amount for free shipping. So I tossed some in, and okay, it's not that horrible. Anyway, this is not a food review because that would be extremely not. Let's go on with Beyond Force, Charlatan, and it's a PRG. I don't have to load anything. I have to admit, with the new color palette in the Ultimate, this looks really nice, and all the colors flow over. So yes, Gideon, thank you for adding that function. I don't want to say finally, but like thank you for adding it. It really does a lot here for doing demo stuff with all the colors being good. For those who want to play along at home, this is the Pepto color set that we're running, which seems to be adequate enough. So we're going to stick to that. Beyond Force, Charlatan, 2 parts, made in Finland. And I'm looking at those villages. I haven't visited them yet. Did a road trip in Finland a few weeks ago. Tampere, Jyväskylä, Mikkeli, Kouvola, and then back to Helsinki. So yeah, there we go. Oh, Truck, hello, welcome, and welcome to this thing. Welcome to my show for once. Let's see. One of the bigger groups of tonight is Fairlight, who did something in 1988 called Mind Blast the Movie. Back then, when they were still full-blown tracking and not really into the demos that they are today, this is nice to see, like something from the early stuff from Fairlight. It's a completely different style than what is happening today, obviously. Still, it starts almost as an intro with the familiar Fairlight intro. So let's just go there. Mind Blast Movie, released in 1988. Has some parts, some space pressing happen. yesterday we Saturday had the weekend off. Sunday we went to free play in Lanaken, and I finally got like a good game on Indiana Jones: The Pinball Adventure. And then looking at this is like the video mode minecart racing game, and I think I got to 17 tunnels, which is like not bad. And I really don't like that game. It's the ramps just don't work for me, and it's a wide body, and it's just whatever. Anyway, it's not Twilight Zone bad, but still not my favorite ones. But okay, got to hang into it, and 600 mil 5-ball game, because it's an open environment free thingies. Anyway, this is not a pinball blog. There's plenty of those, and I really do not want to go into the circle jerk of the pinball vlogs. If I ever do one, it's gonna be like giving honest feedback over a game and not basically say, oh my god, what Stern has done now is so great, it's the best game ever, and you must shove 8,000 euros for it because you must have it. Not gonna happen. Anyway, that's a different idea for a day, which is not today. Let's just move on, shall we? Somebody new came in. No, not yet. If you're lurking in the somewhere and want to say hello, just say hello in the chat, so I know you're there. It's always good for some interactivity. If you're joining us, hello, this is Chips and Drinks, episode number 50 something, 56, showing Commodore 64 stuff from actual hardware today. We've had a few things already. The fifth one is coming up by Super Swap Sweden. Not the first thing that's gonna come across from Super Swap Sweden today. This is the first one. It is something called It's Movin', released in 1988, and it was released at the Silence and Stage 3 party in that year. I think plenty of parts here actually. Let's go. It's a PRG, so oh, Case, hello, welcome, welcome to the show, and enjoy this one file demo from It's Moving by Super Swap Sweden. I guess they're Swedish. That's the most stupid joke ever. Alright, this is actually a nice character effect. I did it in the test. I'll leave it running in, then we start with the actual demo. Release this last part may or may not be for you. I hope you like it. So yeah, Super Swap Sweden in what 1980? What 88? 88? Yes, remember this is C64, 6 years on the market. This thing is 35 years old ish. The time of sprite multiplexers, border sprites, everything going on. You don't have all the like big loaders yet, where it's all just flowing through and loading part by part. So if you want, yeah, it's all individual parts, individual screens linked together. But you see the things coming in here in these Onefilers from the late 80s, where the techniques are there. It's just a matter of stitching it together into bigger storylines with, you know, better development. This is all made on a C64 itself. There is no, well, technically there could be an Amiga to do, of course, platform development, but that wasn't a thing back then. So today you would do this on a PC, and you would use GitHub repository, and you would sync sources. No, this is made with, you know, source files and floppy disks and monitors and typing in your hexadecimal memory addresses in NDNS that make no sense because you're like very much used to it. This is just really this is why we show this to people who have forgotten it or who are rediscovering it, because some people who watch this stream or watch the YouTube later on, those people didn't exist when this was created. So well, there we go. That's what we do, because well, we have time over the weekend. Super Swap Sweden, it's moving, released at the Silence and Stage T party somewhere in 1980. Put them out in there. I don't want to have anyone for each of the releases. Look them up on CSDB, the links are posted if you are curious. From moving, we're going to some new limits. New limits by the Supply Team. Also from 1988, 2 parts. The first one might be short, just the screen. That's okay. Let's continue, shall we? We are at our 6th production of the show, and we have more or less 20 total, so we're not there yet, and the longer ones are still coming. The last one is crazy how we pass already one file, so anyway, that's for later. Let's continue with the Supply Team and new limits. Loading and dequenching, done. So, somebody write me up how you pull this up, because you have roster bars across the screen, and you have sprites going on everywhere. And as well, okay, in the border it's obviously sprites. I didn't look in the debugger if the horizontal bars on the screen are actually color chart sets and you're just throwing sprites on top of them. But this is, it's actually so big and fluid, it's getting hard to read. But as a tech demo, this is pretty impressive. If you're wondering why I'm always looking over there, because that's where my screen is. I'm not, I have, I have a little screen from the camera over there, I have my OBS over here, and I have the TV over there, Commodore 64 over there, microphone over here, joystick over there, joystick, and, well, mixer down here, which I am not going to lift because then I'm going to unplug everything. So, a little one for Hagar, the supply team. New limits. Up next is a small production by Double Density, which we have shown on the show before. Just threw it in here for good fun, because there's nothing wrong with some good fun. Although I don't think that we have that inner city cover in the show today. there is some other 80s tracks coming up, which will give the content people on the YouTubes a field day again. So this video will be demonetized, I guarantee. Well, we're not doing it for the money, because then we, we would sell bad water that we were sitting in, and then people would buy this. I'm not gonna do that. No. I have. How did we end up here? Yop, thank you for going on with the Badwater joke in the weekend. Really, thanks a lot. Okay, let's get back on track here. Double density and example architecture with a thing called double density. Basically, I think it was announcing some game dev company that did some things in the end. Nice to look at just through it again, because it's always a nice thingy to recheck. We're doing Commodore 64 Onefile demos intros today, by the way. I'll explain back later what this is. From 1989, by the way. Oh, it's a disc. So, let's quickly have a look. Should be one file on it. Yeah, double density, 95 blocks. Calculate how many bytes that is. And throw it in the chat. And maybe you win something. You might get a sticker. Who knows? While we leave this running, it's just press space, the text on top changes. So if you want to apply for this company and make some games, there's the address. Just go ahead. We had some questions. De La Marmalade asked, are we using real hardware? Yes, we are using real hardware. There is Commodore 64 next to me. Well, is the case. Inside is an Ultimate 64. For reasons, it's just so much better to get HDMI output, because we have to upscale this to go onto the internet as high as possible. And the Ultimate 64 outputs PAL resolution, but in HDMI, so 576p for the technical nerds at home, which is upscaled in some Extron scalers to Full HD, goes into an Outer Mini mixer scaler ding-dongs into OBS, and then out to the internet, and we are using Restream, so we are doing Twitch and YouTube at the same time. Not everyone is able to watch on Twitch because of reasons, and so we also go on YouTube. We are running the latest firmware, so we have a pretty accurate color palette. this is still using the oldest hit FPGA implementation, which, while not perfect, is certainly not bad at all. I know if I'm talking to Xini will tell you where some of the differences are, and some other musicians. So if you know what to listen to, you will hear the difference. But untrained idiots like me think it sounds pretty good, and certainly for the stream, we do have some SIDs around to actually put the new old SID and the new SID, and we have the RCA out. I could turn the camera, but then this is not going to work, and Mr. Screen, our Amiga friend, is not around today. But yes, this is actually running real hardware. Good. And then Felice, yes, we were on the same event as Marvin. Build-up was done at 3 p.m. They cancelled it at 5, and I went back in yesterday morning at 7 a.m. to pick up all the stuff. And that's a real bummer. I have vented about it on my private social media, and my opinion stands. I don't going to repeat it here. This is not a global bastard at this discussion block we are doing. There was some stuff just to be happy. But yes, absolutely, I am very opinionated about it. Be right, I think. People know me when you know me. Anyway, let's just continue, shall we? A smaller one, a little funny thing that I haven't seen before myself. The Bogman by Ian and Mick. Bogman in British English, the bog is the restroom, the toilet. So if you look at it in that context, it will make sense. Let's say goodbye to Double Density and say hello to Ian or Ian and Mick. I think it's Ian. The Bogman from 88. U64, welcome by the way. Yes, lots of Tell here, and Charles Deanan as well. I think next one is also one of them. So it's I've never seen this one before until this afternoon, and this is why I like putting these things together. It's like you find these little crazy things. Okay, but again, border, scroller, side border, bottom border. Cool. Little one from Ian and Mick, they did all these little crazy things. Is it okay to compare them to Ash and Dave? I have more of a link with Ash and Dave because of the things that they did that I liked. But this is pretty cool as well. Looking for the thing, you do not have to take everything so bloody serious. So there. Yeah, Scoop, Noisy Killers. 87 even, so this is even older. Cool. Let's continue with this one, number 9, which puts us more or less in the halfway point of where we are for the entries today. And yeah, that's it. We'll nag and complain and chat later. Let's just go on with some Commodore 64 stuff, because that's what we're doing today. Amiga stuff is at a later day. Today it's yeah, I know, a bit of the easy way, but this is certainly There's plenty of content for some strange reason on Commodore 64 in the late 80s and early 90s, and so that's, I don't know, it might have been a popular system, who knows. I'm making this up as we go. Let's go. Anyway, let's load this one up. The Noisy Pillars by Scoop, Scoop, whatever. Little maniac of noise. Is it a music disc? It's not a music disc, but it's a like a jukebox program. Anyway, tracks by Uintel, 3 of them according to a CSDB, and they are just listed as Noisy Pillars 1, 2, and 3. So there you go. Anyway, classic, very extremely classic Uintel tracks in here. How old was he? 16, 17 back then when he made this, or even younger? I don't know. Look it up when he was born and then subtract that from 1988, so something like that. Anyway, Azimovi, hi, welcome to the show. Phillies, thank you for the subscribe, by the way. Also, subscription, yes, visibility and stuff, so subscriptions, follows, likes, whatever, please do so. It gives us a higher ranking in the artificial intelligence filters of the internet, and that makes us more visible to other people, because, you know, we have been a bit slow on our regular Sunday shows because, you know, the world opened up and was now closing again. So yes, we are doing all of that stuff now today again, and yeah. Blah 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 blah. Where are we? Yes, a Party Squeezer Plus by Warhead, released in 1988. I think this one has some parts as well. So this is just from Scoop is one part with musical tracks, and up next is something where we have to push the space bar again. The Party Squeezer by Warhead. That's it, and let's check it out. Okay, so this is Hawkeye, right? Yes, it's the Hawkeye title screen, or at least inspired by it, because it's the just check the box. It's the art. It's the Hawkeye dude with the gun, etc. So yeah, good. Let's see. Sinlau, welcome. Also, thank you for hosting Peaks and Pokes. Thanks for tuning in. Dadler, welcome back. Always nice to see you in the comment section. In the chat. The comment section is from when this is archived on YouTube, and I noticed that when we do the live broadcasts, it's actually stored in 60 frames instead of 40. So we are going 50. Hello. So we're probably gonna end up re-uploading a bunch of YouTube things over the following weeks if we ever get around to it. I should hire someone to do all the social media stuff. I just can't get around to it. I barely get the time to do a stream here, which is absolutely cool, and I love doing it. Else I wouldn't be doing it. But all the things around it, all the social media stuff, the Facebooks, the Twitters, the Discords, I just no. You should have to do this at a full-time job, and that just does not pay for itself. So there we go. Good. Well, anyway, thanks always for all your lovely chat messages. It's really appreciate that after randomly showing up again after 4 weeks of absolutely nothing, over close to 40-45 people show up here and watch the stream, which is really cool. So thank you all for dropping in. If you're say hi in the chat, if you haven't, so then I know you're there. And well, that's it. Let's see. Proton, are you there? I'll wait a bit for you to reply, because I think you're up next. This is a 1988 Finnish gold from the Bite Rapers and Grendel Party. I think you know which one it is. Because I absolutely like this one, and I threw it in again because there we go. Hey Evil, bye Evil, and let's watch this Finnish gold classic here with the special next part is the crazy arrow button. yeah, this is the what Proton called it, the tube scroller. That was awesome for the day, and indeed, Proton has redone this a few times for online events and little CSDB stuff. You can tell it yourself better, Proton. Just go ahead if you feel in the chat. And what I really love about this demo is that maybe Proton can inform me, is that it's using the ROM font for everything, for all the text. Maybe it was there no more space to load a different font, because it actually fits in here, and with nice color cycles over it. It's pretty cool, and yeah, it's this thing still stands on its own, being from August '88. So yeah, as what was mentioned in the chat, yeah, this is a classic on its own. We're gonna have some more classics. Come on, and there we go. Proton. No, I did not read it. I don't have time to read. I'm sorry. I am a barbarian when it comes to culture. I don't read. If at best, I read an online newspaper. So yes, indeed. I've lost my train of thought now, which would be to jump to the next demo. Indeed. Barbaric by Hall, H-A-L, Hall. From 1987. I had written some notes here, and I completely forgot them. And let's see. Oh, it was in the scroller. So yes, the Birth of Accession. That's this one. This is like a Accession Born throw. So we have, by the way, the plan, and many people have actually suggested it, that we do like a bunch of first throws. Like take all the big groups from now and from the past, and then just show their first demos on 64, Amiga, whatever, Atari. I've been looking to get like an Atari 8-bit machine hooked up into something proper, but it's not going to be easy. Yes, there are HDMI things. I might just go for a Mr. Core. They are getting pretty good enough, mature enough. Mature was the word I was looking for. So yeah, that's a thing. That's my is somewhere in the planning. Step number 1, get a Mister, and then step number 2, get an expansion board to run demos on it. But I think that's gonna be easier than having an 8-bit Atari. I have one here in the house, but it only outputs composite video, and that is just so bloody hell ugly once you scale it up to full HD. It gets ridiculous. I've tried it, it just looks horrible. Super Standard, hi, welcome. Yes, first you sound interesting indeed, and then you go to Amiga, you get the one from Crusaders, and then Dr. Awesome gives you a copyright hit, and your entire video is demonetized, and there's like no way that they want to remove it. Yes, yeah. Doing Amiga stuff is impossible because everybody on Amiga is throwing their old things into copyright things, and it's ridiculous. But I get it. Like, it's to prevent random YouTuber gamers to basically go away with your money and your work. So it's sad. Anyway, Commodore 64 does not have that problem a lot. Some covers which will come up later. It's a thing. But Finnish Gold and Accession here is a thing, and we now go on with Barbaric by Hull. Is it a disc or is it a PRG? Where's my backend system? It's a D64. Okay, let's reset. Oh, no, F3 is a better button here. Key. Hull's Creation, 39 blocks. It's pretty small. 8-9 kilobytes. Cool. Let's go. Yes, it is reading sprites from a table, but under the motto of less is more, this is less, and it's in the end it gets lost a bit, but the beginning, the first patterns are awesome, and yes, good, like music is awesome. Again, less is more. Decay, hello, welcome to the show. Good. As Truck is falling asleep, let's move on. We've had something from Upfront before. Let's do a second one from Upfront. Is it from the same year? The first one was from '88. This one as well. This one is called Toaster. All right. Let's. Would you like some toast? Says Talkie Toaster. I don't know. Because Belgian, I might be a waffle man. If I did not already have a Jumalauta name, then Waffleman would be my Jumalauta name. Sadly, I already have one. So, there we go. Toaster! By Upfront. Yeah, let's just take over this. This is all going downhill from here. It's This is a really cool tech for 1988. Really, it's a okay, sure. Graphics-wise, they are cooler today. Thinking about some of the Halloween demos from last year. Group is now completely escaping me because I'm kind of ashamed. But yeah, this is like looking at. There can't be much memory left in here actually to put all the images in. Was this is this a PRG or is it D64? Okay, let's just look at the file size actually, because this is I want to know how much memory that they're putting in all the picture, or just copying it over during decrunch. Who knows? Let's see. Let's reset here for a second, and let's find out how big this file is. 94 blocks. That's ridiculously small to put all that tech stuff in memory. Okay, it might crunch good. I don't know. It's well, technical level. This is awesome. Good technical levels. A classic is up next. Well, people call it a classic. It's not the best sample demo ever, if you ask me. But it is the most known one that like non-demo scene people will actually know from back then. It's well, we've had Ian and Mick, and I've mentioned Ash and Dave, so let's throw in some Ash and Dave here. Electric Cafe, full of Kraftwerk, so hello, content matching, we love you. That's up next, and then we'll get into the final stretch towards the end, so that the truck can go and fall over and be productive tomorrow. So let's get Electric Cafe in for a while. It is well known. Let's boing boom chuck for a bit, and good. Let's go ahead with that.
Boing, boom chuck, boing, boing, boing. Boom chuck, boom, boing, boom chuck, boing, boing, boing. Boom chuck, boom, boing, boom chuck, boing, boing, boing. Boom chuck, boom, boing, boom chuck, boing, boing, boing. Boom chuck, boom, boing, boom chuck, boing, boing, boing. Boom chuck, boom, boing, boom chuck, boing, boing, boing. Boom chuck, boom, boing, boom chuck, boing, boing, boing. Boom chuck, boom, boing, boom chuck, boing, boing, boing. Boom chuck, boom, boing, boom chuck, boing, boing, boing. Boom chuck, boom, boing, boom chuck, boing, boing, boing. Boom chuck, boom, boing, boom chuck, boing, boing, boing. Boom chuck, boom, boing, boom chuck, boing, boing, boing. Boom chuck, boom, boing, boom chuck, boing, boing, boing. Boom chuck, boom, boing, boom chuck, boing, boing, boing.
This is it. This was the best demo ever for many people in the 80s because it played Kraftwerk and it had a squaller. It's extremely underwhelming if you ask me now today. There were even like other Digi players which were a lot better than this. So I don't know. Yeah, okay, sure. You need restore time to play the sample and everything, but you have a big black field. And just putting some XY coordinates for a sprite doesn't take you that many cycles. So anyway, it is what it is. A classic, yes. Best sample player demo ever? No. There were some other ones actually. There was I looked at the Acid demo that Ash and Dave did with the Stacker humanoid sample, but that is so much flashing on the screen that the encoder would just die in 3 seconds, so I couldn't put this in, which is like as a tech demo was actually better than this. Anyway, Trail Mix by Fire Eagle and Sodasoft is up next. One parter from 1988. Let's just put it in. Say goodbye to Russian Dave. And you C64. Yeah, I know your heroes, but I think it was for growing up. This was what many of us looked at. If you're in the same age bracket, then yeah, you had your C64 for games, and you had some demos that you looked at, and this was in it, obviously. So yeah, let's go on with the Trail Mix. By Fire Eagle and Sodasoft. Sodasoft, I think that's this is some kind of really cool mega mix, isn't it? It's really cool. But throwing in the greatest hits and then just move off to whatever soundtrack that you're throwing in there. I think it's really cool. Also the scroll going both ways. And here now the stars are doing fire. So yeah, Fire Eagle. That's it. Nice little thingy. And we've had more Maniacs of Noise. The Scoop is coming back, which was whatever a label of them. That's the way it is. So let's say hello to our legal team and see if they can discover this cover, and then let's move on. So yeah, by the way, if you are still walking in here and saying, what the hell is this, like extremely strange music and this people screaming this is a classic, this is Chips and Drinks. We do this, we try to do this every week, but are gloriously failing at it. And we play demo scene stuff. Demo scene stuff is things on old computers, new ones as well if we care about the old ones. This is today's Commodore 64 day, running from actual hardware. And yeah, we were having a look at Onefilers, so that's just one file, no multi-loaders. From the late 80s, mostly from 1988, some 87, some 89, so we're looking at things over 30 years today. Yeah, okay. Let's if you like this, do the like, subscribe, the follow, to get us up into the artificial intelligence statistics. It's always appreciated. We're not doing it for the money, we're doing it for the likes and the subscribes, and tiny bit for the ego, which is big enough as it is already. So good. If you're also lurking in the chat, say hi. I know you're there, and let's talk to you. It's always cool. Let's move on. Yeah, Scoop, Maniacs of Noise. That's the way it is. So it's D64, which is Commodore 64 talk for a disk image. There we go. Load this up and play some music. Because the audio cable decided to be an asshole. Let's rerun this. So yes, everything is live. If it breaks, it breaks. And the XLR to RCA cable here is unfriendly, shall we call it. Let's put this back in and see that if it works now. Yes, to give the cable a tick, and there we went. Because, well, I think it hates me. That's sad. Good. Decrunching. Come on. Okay, hang on for a second. Let's see if we can fix this. No. Okay, did this channel die? Let's just move to a different channel. Okay, let's unplug you here. Plug you there. Go to the Amiga channel. There we go. Okay, well, I'm not touching anything anymore right now. There we go. Hey, what's up, one guy? Hey there, welcome to Debugging 101. Welcome to Debugging 101, where the audio cables just decided to die, and we replug this, which is why I always like to use real audio mixing hardware with things I can replug instead of all the software things. So anyway, the way it is, Scoop, Maniacs of Noise. I'm not touching things anymore. Let's just keep it running for a bit, and there we go. okay. And in the end, you actually also remember to set the equalizer, the EQ, to C64 settings and not to Amiga settings. So suddenly, hey, there's bass in there, which is cool. Anyway, let's just quickly replug everything. Master 76 from Bruges, Belgium. Hello, hello, fellow compatriots. Let's see. Good. Our BBS is getting well represented here. Welcome all. Welcome all. Stay a while. Stay forever. Destroy him, my robots. No, that's not. Good. This is The Way It Is by Scoop, Maniacs of Noise team. And, okay. Okay, with the not so good entry music, but it's like a few demos left. I hope that the mixer lives, and I need to deoxit some contact signal soon, or just toss away the XLR to RCA clip, which has been abused a bit too much. I have some spares around. So good. Circle Twist number 2 by Bros. One of those things where everything on your screen has to be filled, everything has to move. And, yeah, let's just see what happens from there. D64, let's do this. Say goodbye to Maniacs of Noise. Say hello to Bros. 71 blocks. 98? It's not from 98, it's from 88. That was when New Beat was happening in Belgium. I should do something with Front 242 soundtracks. There are some good Amiga demos in that area. We might want to do that. Yes, even the Fairlight one, if it like ever wants to run on one of my machines, which it never has because it runs on my machine, was a thing for Amiga demos, even more than on C64 because that's universal. Anyway, let's go. Loading, decrunching. Stream never likes these decrunch screens, but anyway, off we go. So yeah, some border sprites again, and then just like nice multiplexer in the middle. And you know, if you have no idea for content, just write your group name everywhere, like graffiti on the entire wall, and there you go. So now, Trap, what you said, a decruncher effect compo on CSDB. No, you don't, because what's also happening is Transmission 64. That's happening soonish, in a few weeks. And there's a basic screen clear fader compo in there. So why not take part in that? The rules are pretty simple. Clear the screen. That's it. And there are some details, but anyway, we're looking together with Anonym to get some examples going here in a future episode, or something that we might throw in the middle to give you some ideas. Yeah, so basic screen clear, demo start, fader, tralala, decrunch compose. Nah, not it's not a thing. So radio. How about, and then Truck can go to bed. We go to the last one-filer of the show. We've had It's Moving by Super Swap Sweden. We're gonna have White Think as the last one, number 18 of the show, also from 1988. And you have to look at this. All of this is one file. There is no loading. You could disconnect this disk drive, and this is all loaded in memory from the get-go. It's ridiculous how they achieved this. So whiting.prg is gonna load up. We'll be back with final messages after this demo. Some parts gonna take a while, and talk to you after the demo. is the last part. Yes, it is. Why Think by Super Swap Sweden. The last part of the last one file demo of the show. This is it. 18 late 80s Commodore 64 one-filer demos. We are going to call it a day for today. Thank you all for tuning in. Really appreciate you dropping by when I unannounced just start something up and see what happens. I'm gonna be like, oh sure, maybe like 10 people, and we'll have some fun. But yeah, no, like close to 50 coming in and out, which is really cool. Jammer, hello, welcome to the end of the show. If you're lurking in the chat, please do the follows, the like, the subscribes. It gets the internet to notice us and more demo scene stuff, old and new. No promise for next week. There might be a thing, there might not be. Looking at how things are going in the Netherlands, probably not. And yeah, that's gonna be it. Let's shut this down for a second here. And also, I have to give credits for the waiting music. The first waiting music was by Hokuto Force. Nordic Sound was the Ghost and Goblins remix, and the second one was Butterfly Effect by Vincenzo as part of the Grand Tour Challenge, which is currently running on CSDB. So check those things out online if you feel like it. Let's also put my face here a bit bigger on the screen. So yes, thank you all for tuning in. I'll see you soon-ish. I'm going to tear all of this down and reconnect it tomorrow, and hopefully deoxit the mixer so that it cooperates again. Good. Long goodbyes are extremely stupid, so I'll see you soon, I'll see you later. Have fun, behave, was til op polletjes, denk aan de bomma, pak nog een chocolaatje of een hartmintje. Okay. Do it like this, we're off, goodbye, toodle-doos, groeten aan de bomma en slaap wel.